Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of healingstars.com. This is the chart. It's the new moon, 27th of May 2025, set for London and just after 4 in the morning, British summer time. We have at this new moon huge opportunities for communication, the key word for Gemini. And Mercury is in Gemini. It only happens once a year for a short period of time. It's its own sign. So all you Geminis out there, you're getting a real boost of your planet. Mercury is, I always think of the magician in the tarot for Mercury. As above, so below. He's the master of his tools. And here we have all these blue lines. What they represent is a flow of energy. And that flow, look at it in the UK, Pluto right at the top of the chart at 3 of Aquarius, an air sign, connecting down to Mercury at 2 of Gemini, very tight. And then also connecting to the fire sign of Saturn and Neptune currently in Aries. Now, there's not much wrong with this new moon, apart from there is a little problem. And that is interesting because here's Jupiter, and Jupiter is actually in a difficult relationship to Saturn and Neptune, both, and the nodes of the moon, to do with our destiny, our past lives as well. One thing I always look at is Chiron. And here's Venus in Aries, there's Chiron in Aries, and Venus will join Chiron on the 1st of June, one day only. And Chiron in Aries is about being the pioneer and having a wound about that, about going first, head first, literally. It governs the head. But, I shouldn't say but, the good news is also Venus and Mars are in a very good compatible relationship. That is the masculine Mars and the feminine Venus, both in fire signs, notice. And Leo, where Mars is currently, is to do with the heart, to do with cœur, which is the French for having courage. And I would like you to take that up, to really be your savior, your knight in shining armor, to go for it, to be the king or be the queen, even better, because that's what Leo is. Jupiter in Gemini takes a year to go through a sign, and lo and behold, we will have Jupiter moving into its best sign in the zodiac. 10th of June, it moves into the sign of Cancer. At this new moon, there's no planet at all in a water sign. However, cue the cavalry. Jupiter will be in Cancer for a year. It's moving very fast, by the way. So this is restoring our faith and our trust. And these are key phrases to do with Jupiter. And because it's in Gemini, has been for a year, we have been invited to very much to look at new ideas, consider them. And it does look, while it's in Gemini, at its opposite sign of Sagittarius, it does. And what is quite interesting, if you didn't know it, is 26 of Sagittarius is what we call the galactic center. That's the center of our galaxy, our heart, if you like, of the galaxy. So this is a brief interlude while Jupiter moves sign. I would like you to take heart, to have courage and to trust. The other, of course, very important connection at this new moon is Saturn. Here it is that just moved into Aries, and there's Neptune at 1 degree of Aries. Interesting, they don't exactly meet. I'm being a real pedantic astrologer here. They don't. However, what are they talking about? Saturn, restriction, but also very real. Neptune, the ideal. Together, they can actually appear in some extremely important, famous people. Interesting that. But also, I think of those two together as being issues about sacrifice. When we're in sacrifice, we're not receiving enough. We're not valuing ourselves. And I focus very much in my coaching and my workshops at restoring those wounds, uncovering them, uncovering the conspiracies that block us. I have a workshop for those of you who like to travel a bit. It's in Hove near Brighton, and that's on the 28th of June. It's the very day where the Sun and Jupiter join in Cancer. Wow. And it's the actual date I wanted. Phoned the venue today, and it is there. They get very booked up. So I invite you to join me there. If you can't make it, which you possibly can't, please consider an astrology consultation / coaching with me. I have a special offer on my coaching right now. And then I can go deep into your personal story, your soul story, your chart, and really support you in moving forward right now. So again, thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers of healingstars.com.